All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The final match of the final series is underway. It's tied up 1-1 if you're just joining us here on the cast. And spawning in the bottom left corner of the map, playing for My Insanity. Oh, they swapped colors. Darn it, guys!
Damn it.
We told you not to do this. All right, well, chat is now ruined forever. Anyways, it's the blue Protoss, My Insanity's reign.
And the opposite corner, as expected in the map Foxtrot Labs, playing as Red Zerg, Sacsri.
We told them red and blue, but I didn't realize that they had swapped red and blue. So...
It's okay, all of a sudden now you're cheering for the wrong person. It's
yeah.
fine. It's not the end of the world.
Psych! This is how we convert Zerg players to Protoss and Protoss players to Zerg. You got catfished, guys. Baited and swapped. Anyway, sorry about that, but it was pretty cool seeing the first two games. Big shouts usually to chat. Like, seeing that sort of interaction is always fun. See you guys like just spam red and blue in chat. It's a lot easier for us to take a quick glance at because obviously we can't stay in chat all the time. Although James apparently does.
What really sucks is I can't multitask. I can't be watching the game and watching the chat at the same time and actually interact. I would love to though.
Yeah, but if you do that, then I'm not inviting you back for more.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying quiet in the chat.
That's like the key difference between the two things.
Guys, so don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
It's just bloody difficult.
Hey, I want to give actually everyone here a big shout out as well, not just for the chat interaction stuff, but I just realized we're in the top 10 streams on Twitch right now, baby. This is pretty sick. StarCraft 2 hype!
No zombie grub and almost 9,000.
Yeah. Proving right now everyone comes not for the girl. Yes!
Don't tell her.
Alright. Getting into this game, though. It's really on the ropes for both of these players. This might not be the biggest prize pool of all time. There's $2,500 on the line for this tournament, but there's quite a bit of money for first place and second place. Everyone who makes it to the round of 8, though, as we always try to do on Base Trade TV, is at least pay people out to the 8th place. So $50 just for getting out of your groups alive. Okay, it's not the most amount of money you've ever seen in your life, but it's still pretty darn good. And for both of these guys, I mean, guaranteed money is always nice. You play a couple of best of 3s, basically the same as winning a Go for StarCraft or a weekly cup, with the potential for, of course, way more past that round of 8s. The round of 8, by the way, will not be determined here on stream. We're going to have to do like some drawing and seeding and all that, but I will have it posted in the Team Liquid thread very, very closely after the tournament concludes. The reality is, though, guys, I woke up at 3 a.m. to start casting this. I'm starving, I'm exhausted, and I'm going to take some rest before we get the semantics for tomorrow sorted, because all these Korean guys are going to bed as soon as this is done. They're not waiting around to see who they're playing.
Oh, yeah. They're like, James, can you please message me once the bracket, or once, you call it brackets? No.
Yeah, I guess brackets is accurate. The round of 8, yeah.
Okay. Like, once the bracket's up, can you please text me? I was like, okay. And they all just left.
Alright, well, we got the Stargate coming down for Rain as his weapon of choice in this matchup. The quicker third base from Sacsri. I mean, Foxtrot Labs is a tale we've seen multiple times today, and PvZ is no exception to it. But the third base for Sacsri is where I think a lot of this game is going to go down. Rain might not be the most aggressive player in the world, but we just saw this really cool, really nice dance, I guess, out of him. You know, for so much of that game, it was really in Sacsri's favor, and I mean, as we got closer to the end of it, I really thought he had broke him, but perhaps an over-dedication cost him too much. I don't know, but either way, this is a map where I think it's where we're going to see Rain be the aggressor. I would love to be wrong, though, because Sacsri does cool things.
I was going to say, I don't understand why Rain constantly goes for Stargate, because he's been mucking up every single time he went for Stargate.
Hold up for a second,
James.
Your mic's going all weird. Can you recall me real quick on Skype? I think it's just because it's lagging.
Oh, sure.
Sorry, this guy's just 1 sec. Sometimes it does this. You gotta sort of refresh it. Alright.
Hello.
Yeah, you sound better. Cool.
Okay. Phoenix play is definitely different out of Rain.
I like this move, though. I really like Phoenix because it leads towards the more, I guess, expected matchup. You know, Phoenix typically lead into Hydralisk lead into Colossus, you know, that back and forth. And you take out a lot of the element of surprise, and it turns so much on player control and focus and positioning.
Well, I do too. It's just that Rain has rarely played Phoenix style of play, and maybe there's a reason to it.
Oh, okay, that too. Well, regardless of how well he can execute this or not, I do like that he's changing it up. Relying on what happened last game to happen again is probably not something he can afford to do, but he's already picking up a couple of drones here, especially gas mining ones, quite annoying. Well, he's flying over a lot of Queens and Spore Crawlers to get here.
Yeah.
So oops.
I got some beating before I could even get there. What is his choice after the Phoenix?
Well, I mean, typically Colossus, right? So there we go. The Robo-Bait comes down. I don't really know a lot of Gateway Islands that follow Phoenix. Like Gateway Islands tend to follow like Void Rays or Oracles or something weird. But
well, SOS shows a lot of those kind of weird strats where you open up Phoenix, pretend you're going for Colossus, and then just go 7-gate all-ins with Blink Stalkers and stuff like that. But that's not going to be the case in this one, because the Robotics Bay is going up. Would have been interesting to see it though.
Well, the Colossus will be out in due time. There's a lot of links to deal with for now, but a nice little wall of Zealots doesn't even need force
you don't
fields.
even need force field.
Yeah, they are the force fields, man, with blades attached, no less. But third base coming down at rain. You know, it was. I don't know if Sacsri is willing to do this, but Sulky's pressure with a Swarm Host on this map in this same position, like that was absolutely fantastic and really made Rain feel the hurt. I wonder if Sacsri's got it in him to try and imitate that.
I mean, they've all been in the same team before, and Sacsri probably learned a thing or two from Sulky while he stays in SKT Telecom. So you never know. Sacsri's not the type of player that likes to go Swarm Hosts, but anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen some weird, like Scarlet even, and IEM Toronto in Swarm Host. I mean, never discount a player from being willing to try them at least. But Spire on the way from Sacsri looks like he's not going to be going down that tech path just yet. Now I'm really curious actually. Do you think this will be for the mutas, or do you think he's worried about the corruptors? Because he did see these Phoenixes come out early. You don't really want to blindly build mutalisks into them.
I have a feeling this is going to be, because with the amount of the number of queens that he's got, I have a feeling this might be the Roach Corruptor push. And we see 2 more Stargates being added. And Void Ray, so it's going to be a full-on Sky Protoss.
Alright, I actually really like this. This is really different out of Rain, and Void Rays... Guys, believe it or not, like, Hydras are not a counter to Void Rays. Hydras are actually not that great against Void Rays when put in certain scenarios, especially when paired up with force fields and enough of them. Void Rays have so much damage they bring to the party, and if it's Corruptors even then still struggle a little bit. I mean, armored units just get annihilated if a Void Ray is in range. It's kind of the bottom line for this. But with 3 bases of economy, he can certainly support 3 Stargates. But Rain knows, he sees and he should hear these rocks coming down. I'm really curious why he's not sending the Colossus over there to, on this side of the rocks, kill the Lings.
This is exactly the mind games that we kind of expected to see when this series began. The 2 players that are close to each other, they've been on a team together, they lived, breathed, and took shit together.
Ugh.
This is a mind game, right?
Please.
Why? What?
Well, when you phrase it like that, man, I'm thinking of them like sitting next to each other in toilets holding hands or something really weird. Like, no, please.
Push!
Okay, well, Corruptors are out, and they're out in force, no less. This is not like 3 or 4 of them to tear down 1 or 2 Colossus, but I can't believe Rain lets his back door go down like this. I mean, he should have seen and heard this coming. I mean, the Lings, I guess, are not that big of a threat in whole position with a cannon, but...
No, he wants to hide the Void Ray.
It's not even the Void Ray, though. It's that Colossus. Like, why did he not just kill the Lings, prevent that from happening? Now there's a big gaping hole in his defense, so not just the front, but also the natural area. Oh, there's nothing to defend the main. Lings get in, they see those 3 Stargates. There's nothing worth hiding anymore. 3 Void Rays at a time and a couple hallucinated Colossus. Ooh.
That's
Queens
big. I mean, you see 3 Colossus and that many Void Rays. I don't think there's any Zerg with right mind that would just go YOLO swing and go in.
No, certainly not. He is going to...
Because you see them with Overseer.
Look at this though, the Queen Transfuses are keeping a lot of these Void Rays alive through that damage, but missing a couple of the Transfuses. This one Corruptor will not die. There we go, finally falls. As the Void Rays take out the last couple of Corruptors, there's really not a lot of anti-air here. Quite frankly, the Void Rays should be able to hold this. The question is, does too much damage get done underneath this, however? There's a lot of Zerglings, there's a lot of Roaches, and a lot of potential for damage before the Void Rays clean this up. They gotta clear out the Queens, the last couple, last semblance of anti-air.
He's not considered as armored type. So
yeah,
it does a lot better against Void Rays than Corruptors.
But here we go on the Roaches. This is what we want to see. The prismatic alignment pops off. The Immortals are going down. The back rocks again, letting these Lings in. But the Roaches just don't have. There's not enough.
They just go around. The rock's broken.
But yeah, but even then, the Roaches, I don't think they're going to be able to. There's so many Void Rays here. Void Rays, of course, coming off a cooldown prismatic alignment, now available once again. If he does get on top of the roaches, he's going to absolutely annihilate them. This 10-second buff or whatever it is does so much damage. Sorry, 20 seconds. Wow, it was so long. But this 20-second buff does so much damage in the duration to anything armored.
Prismatic aligned.
Prism. Yeah, the voice actors of the Void Rays are pretty darn cool. I like the Phoenix ones actually. Celendis is probably my favorite voice actress when it comes to Protoss, but yeah,
a great choice by Sacsri, building Mutalisks and just more queens overall. It's a perfect counter with given what he's got.
Yeah, queens are actually way better than Hydralisks when it comes to countering Void Rays, but there are going to be
Hydralisks do the job. It's just that with no upgrades, and also no roaches, or like just without a sizable army to back up those Hydralisks, it's gonna be horrible.
But that's what I worry about. I mean, you're right. Like, there isn't a sizable army. That's the thing. And he's already building into what his counters. I mean, 3 Phoenix at a time. I guess there's no fleet beacons, so the downside is okay. There's no onion pulse crystals. But that being said, there's still so many Void Rays available. There's so many Phoenixes already out. As we see, even just dog fighting inside the Mutalisks. You should never do this, but because he's got so many, he absolutely can. No running from this. He decides to turn around and fight. Maybe pick off 1 or 2 of the Phoenixes if he's lucky, but not going to be the case as he kites backwards, moves and shoots, and Sacsri loses all his Mutalisks.
I think Sacsri was hoping to catch Void Rays off guard with the Mutalisks, but those couple Zealots that wanted to stream across the map found out about it, and then that's where the Chrono Boost comes into play. And even killing all the roaches with Phoenix.
But that queen count is really ridiculous. Yeah, so here's the thing about why queens are better than Hydralisks when it comes to dealing with the Void Rays, guys. They've got the damage, not as good as Hydralisks, of course, but they can transfuse for what feels like forever. If the Void Rays are targeted on a single unit, they do not switch. Infinite transfuses will outdamage any amount of Void Rays any day of the week.
And they have longer range, not armor type.
Yeah, psionics can help out a lot. I like the infestors too, the fungal growths. You have this one thing that clumps, it's any air unit. Phoenix's Void Rays, if he gets a fungal growth and litters the ground with infested Terrans / queen damage, I mean, this air army is not impregnable. It's definitely got its faults, its weaknesses, but we're seeing Sacsri get the tools. We'll see if he can actually execute the strategy. Oh, that fungal growth! Oh,
nice.
God!
Oh, this is the end of all the Phoenixes.
But the nice thing is, these aren't really the core of the army, right? Like, it's the Void Rays, it's the Colossus, it's the Gateway follow-up. The Phoenixes, they did the job already of taking the Mutalisks out. Their benefit to the army is just, it's icing on the cake. It's not a necessity.
Not quite understanding the choice of making more Lings. Generally an upgrade started, but with that many Zealots, might want something to buffer against.
He's going for Ultralisk Cavern. This is kind of cool because I like the aspect that he can crush force fields. That's got to be the biggest fear when you bring queens, Hydralisks, infestors, anything, is that you'll get force fielded out. You won't be able to connect to anything in the air. But Rain's army is becoming very small very quickly, and whatever's coming out of Sacsri from this hive tech might just be a little too much.
Only if he had a little more time to actually, finish the carapace upgrade and actually have enough time to build, I don't know, three ultras, 2, 3. I should be able to chop through this because Rain doesn't really have all that much army.
Fungal growths are gonna come. He's gotta watch out. Oh, the recall! Thank God for that mothership core. That would have been everything.
On him though. You got the fungal growth on them, it's just...
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. If you don't hold them in place, what's the matter? The fungal growth's 30 damage. What's 30 damage to Void Rays with Colossus 150 shields, right? Oh, a single Mutalisk actually chipping away at the War Prism.
And the War Prism's not gonna give a shit. Now he sees Ultralisks.
Yeah, it's really weird to see the game get to this point, but as good as the Ultralisks will be for damage, again, I feel like so much is about breaking the force fields. Archons and Immortals will absolutely tear through Ultralisks. I mean, they might as well be Zerglings when it comes to these units.
And also, Ultralisks not upgraded yet. Not fully upgraded yet. Even the melee weapon is just 1.
Chitinous plating finishing in a moment, too. With Adrenal Glands, though, Lings with even +1 or +2 are going to be so good at tearing down walls. So he's got to be very careful with this backside. I mean, this looks fortified. It's really not.
I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot of transfuses going down. One ultra just killing the entire army.
I don't know. It's getting to that point though, but the Immortals are perhaps a little
but-
too bursty. The Ultras go down like nothing at all. Like I said, basically Zerglings when it comes to these units. But speaking of Zerglings, they sneak off over to the left. They start attacking Rain's 4th base. Cannons go down very quickly, and now the army responds. But man, Sacsri did almost no damage to Rain. James, I don't know, man. This is like not 13 Void Rays, but it seems to be enough. We got Swarm Host being the choice, but I think there's too much army here. Rain's coming across the map with...
Sacsri doesn't have the bank.
Yeah. He's got a lot of fungals, though. He can buy time. At the very least, he'll lock the army in place and keep it from just walking down this ramp to kill him, but... Man, I don't know. His bases are exposed. We're so late in the game. We're 25 minutes in. There's a lot of mining required out of these extra bases. The mains and naturals for both players are getting really empty around this point. Some Archons, the front lines, dodging that fungal growth just barely. No High Templar, no feedbacks available, so he storms in through these fungals, eats a fungal to the face, but these Ultralists don't stand a chance with these Immortals firing behind. A Blinding Cloud comes down, a really cool move, but it doesn't stop the Void Rays.
And the Infested Terrans are such a garbage now.
They are. If they're already spawned, they're great, but they got like 80 health, so they get killed before they hatch. Sacsri is running out of supplies, running out of units. The Infestors are starting to get picked off for free. Oh no! Some Swarm Hosts are up, but they're not burrowed. He's just now going to place them in. Hydralisks are on the way, but this may already be too late. Rain's army looks like it's untouched, but the Colossus in the back don't fear anything.
There's so many queens. I just don't know what happened to them.
They got
Great
annihilated.
focus fires. Yeah. Just kind of vanished.
Oh my god.
Great
As he
focus
just,
fire from Rain.
it's like the cleansing walk of death. As he moves forward, everything dies. We got Hydralisks coming from the backside, but it's like 3 of them! Zealot's gonna run by these bases as well. Does he still not know about this? He's got a pylon coming down. So he's gonna kill Sacsri's income, and that's gonna just through attrition win this game. A couple Colossus on the backside get a little caught off guard, but I mean, for the most part, the Swarm
I
Hosts...
don't think it really matters at this point.
No, it certainly doesn't. Blinding Cloud's going down and abducts R2, but nothing dies while it's abducted. The Colossus just walks away. Now, a lot of the Stalkers did fall, but this was at the cost of his 3 bases, or his 2 additional bases. Good game. Ladies and gentlemen, Rain will not let the curse